Today is an exciting day for fans of APS-C cameras. Sony announced their newest camera, the Alpha 6700. I was fortunate to spend a few weeks with the camera, and honestly, I wish I could have spent even more time with it. Before I dive deeper into my personal experience with the camera, let's go over the specs. The Alpha 6700 has a 26 megapixel back illuminated sensor, and it comes with a lot of the latest tech that's made its way into cameras like the ZVE1 and the Alpha 7R5. This includes the Bionz XR processing engine and a dedicated AI chip that brings the next generation of autofocusing to the APS-C world. It also has 5-axis in-body optical stabilization, which is pretty amazing considering the size of the camera body. They've also incorporated a new auto exposure system that detects the skin area when you're taking a portrait, and it keeps from blowing out, along with getting more accurate white balance in challenging lighting situations. The new AI processor allows you real-time recognition of humans using pose estimation, as well as being able to use it for animals, birds, insects, cars, trains, and planes. Another feature that I personally was excited to see was focus bracketing, where you could take up to 299 images and you could shift the focus point to take some outrageously cool macro and landscape shots. The shutter on this camera is fast, giving you up to 11 frames per second with autofocus and auto exposure tracking. They've also incorporated anti-flicker shooting, where you could dial in a precise shutter speed to help combat flicker that you might get from LED light sources. The Alpha 6700 is going to appeal to anyone that's looking for a great hybrid camera for both stills and video, thanks to all of the killer features that they've added for video use. For starters, you've got 6K oversampling, which will give you stunning 4K quality videos. You can shoot your videos in S-Log3 or S-Log3 Cine, which offers 14 plus stops of dynamic range, along with being able to shoot in S-Cinetone, which is my personal favorite. Most of the videos that you see here from me on the Alpha Universe channel, they're actually filmed using S-Cinetone, by the way, and I rarely ever have to make any adjustments in post. They didn't skimp on the video quality either, as you could shoot your 4K videos in 10-bit 422 color sampling and up to 120 frames per second. They've even included the AI-based auto framing for video that was introduced with the ZVE1, where the camera automatically changes the composition to frame you up. Let's take a quick look at the body of the camera itself. Up top, you have a multi-interface shoe with their digital audio interface. This means that you could pair up some of Sony's latest microphones like the ECM B1M and get digital audio without having to connect any additional cables to the camera. On the side, you have a headphone and a microphone jack, a micro HDMI port, a single SD card slot, and a USB-C port that supports power delivery for fast charging. The design of the camera is all new as expected, offering an improved grip design that was one of the standout features for me. The ergonomics of this new grip make this camera much easier to hold for people like me who have a big hand. I shot with this for several hours outdoors and in studio, and I never felt like it was cumbersome to hold. They've also added and improved the dials and controls throughout the rest of the design. You've now got an assignable front dial, which you could customize in your camera menu, as well as a dedicated mode dial to switch between stills, video, and S&Q modes. I was also excited to see that they added a flippy screen, which makes solo shooting or shooting from different angles a lot easier, but they didn't stop there. The Alpha 6700 also brings touchscreen operations with large icons that you can press to adjust the most common settings, along with the newer main menu page that gives you quick access to your stills and your video functions. The EVF on this camera looks really nice and bright, 2.36 million dots with 120 frames per second, so anything that you're photographing will look really great. The body on this camera is dust and moisture resistant with a magnesium alloy chassis. It just feels like a premium product when you're holding it, and it's something that you just have to experience for yourself when it's available in stores. Okay, so let's talk about my experience using this camera for shooting stills. I took this out for a portrait session outdoors and at my studio with Caitlin, and I used it as I would my main camera, the Alpha 7R5. Of course, my main camera has a higher resolution, but putting that aside for a moment, I was super impressed with the overall performance of the Alpha 6700. The autofocus was sticky and accurate. I never felt like I was waiting for the camera to find and acquire focus. And like I mentioned earlier, the ergonomics of the camera were comfortable and inviting. Here are some of the images that I took using this camera along with the settings. These are all straight out of camera JPEG images, which means I haven't done any kind of post-processing or corrections to the image. The highest praise that I can give to any camera is that I would consider using it for not only my day-to-day work, but my professional work as well. And that's exactly what I'm giving to the Alpha 6700. With all of the hybrid features that they managed to pack into this camera, I think it's gonna make a great choice for hobbyists as well as pros who want a compact interchangeable lens camera. Pricing and availability will be in the description of this video, so be sure to check that out. And while you're there, don't forget to subscribe to Alpha Universe. I've got several videos coming out here shortly on this camera, as well as tutorials that can help you level up your work, so keep an eye out for that. And before you head out, I've got some great videos here for you to watch and enjoy. I'll see you next time.